The pro-mass immigration Koch brothers network of billionaire, donor-class organizations is backing a Republican-Democrat coalition that would allow for the swift outsourcing of middle-class American jobs to mostly Indian nationals. A plan known as the Fairness for High-Skilled Immigrants Act, introduced in the Senate by Senator Michael E. RUT, and Senator Kamala Harris, DCA, as well as Representative Zoe Lofgren, DCA, and Representative Ken Buck, RCO, would eliminate the U.S. country caps in the legal immigration system that would fast-track outsourcing of white-collar American jobs to mostly Indian and Chinese nationals imported to the country by businesses, outsourcing firms, and multinational corporations. The country caps were originally implemented to prevent any one country from monopolizing the legal immigration system. Eliminating the country caps would immediately fast-track up to 300,000 green cards, and eventually American citizenship, to primarily Indian nationals in the U.S. on the H-1B visa, so long as they agree to take high-paying white-collar jobs from Americans. In the process, not only would other foreign workers be crowded out from receiving employment-based green cards, but the elimination of the country caps would fast-track the outsourcing of high-paying American jobs that would otherwise go to U.S. graduates. The Kochs Labor Initiative organization has announced their support for the mass middle-class outsourcing scheme, with the group's president Daniel Garza saying in a statement, "We thank Senators Lee and Harris, as well as Representatives Lofgren and Buck, for introducing this common-sense, bipartisan legislation to eliminate an unfair policy that favors high-skilled workers from one nation over another." According to a recent estimate, workers from some countries will have to wait more than 150 years to obtain a green card, while others face no wait at all. This unfair system makes no sense, which is why there is such broad support in both the House and Senate to eliminate it. Emphasis added. This is a good step towards positive reform of our immigration laws. Congress should consider bills like this, which will help deliver a more transparent, efficient, and navigable system that welcomes immigrants who will contribute to this country. We hope leaders will move promptly to debate and pass this worthwhile legislation. Emphasis added. There has been an enormous effort by Republicans and Democrats, including Senator Kevin Cramer, R&D, Senator Tom Cotton, RR, Senator Rob Portman, RO, Senator Cory Gardner, RCO, to ram the plan through Congress with huge donor-class support. The plan is a boon to Silicon Valley billionaires, big business elites, and outsourcing firms, as they would be able to readily import more lower-paid Indian and Chinese foreign workers to take American jobs that would have otherwise gone to American citizens. Experts have said that should the country caps be eliminated, India would be able to monopolize the country's legal immigration system for the next 10 years. After that decade of an Indian-first legal immigration system, the legal immigration flow from India to the U.S. would likely stabilize to make up around 75% of all employment-based legal immigration. Likewise, U.S. employers would be incentivized to more readily outsource American jobs through the H-1B visa and the L-1 visa programs. The nation's workforce now includes roughly 1.5 million foreign visa workers who are imported via the H-1B, L-1, OPT, O-1, J-1, and other visa programs. These outsourcing workers are not immigrants, but rather contract workers hired for 1 to 6 years, at lower wages, to take U.S. jobs that would otherwise go to American graduates. Every 1% increase in the immigrant composition of an American worker's occupation reduces their weekly wages by about 0.5%, researcher Stephen Camarata concludes. This means the average native-born American worker today has their wage reduced by perhaps 8.5% because of current legal immigration levels. Likewise, every 1% increase in the immigrant composition of low-skilled U.S. occupations reduces wages by about 0.8%. Should 15% of low-skilled jobs be held by foreign-born workers, it would reduce the wages of native-born American workers by perhaps 12%. Overall, 4 million young Americans enter the workforce every year, but their job opportunities are further diminished as there are roughly 2 new foreign workers for every 4 American workers who enter the workforce.